Are you a Harry Potter fan looking for a new way to appreciate the series? Do you love delving into the characters, plot, and themes of your favorite stories? Then Muggle Snuggle, brought to you by Hustle Studios, is the podcast for you. Each week, we explore a different aspect of the Harry Potter series in a deep and meaningful way. But here's the catch, we do it in the most boring way possible. That's right, Muggle Snuggle is the ultimate Harry Potter snooze fest. So grab your wand, find a comfy spot, and get ready to snuggle up with us as we dive into the magical world of Hogwarts. Whether you're a die-hard Harry Potter fan or just looking for a new way to enjoy the series, Muggle Snuggle has something for everyone. So join us and get ready to snuggle up with your favorite Muggles as we explore the wizarding world of Harry Potter. Don't miss an episode. Subscribe to Muggle Snuggle, brought to you by Hustle Studios, today.
Need a voice that embodies your brand? Hustle Studios offers professional voiceover services that bring your message to life. From commercials to phone systems, our voices leave a lasting impression. Explore our voiceover solutions at hustlestudios.net.
Need professional audio editing services? Hustle Studios offers top-notch editing to ensure your audio content is crisp, clear, and compelling. From podcasts to commercials, we make your sound shine. Explore our editing services at hustlestudios.com.
Stories Philippines podcast.
A night so quiet you could hear your own heart pounding. Somewhere in the rural dark, a shovel pierces wet earth, again and again, driven by hands desperate for more than just gold. Why do people return to the moonless forests, risking everything for glittering fortunes that may not even exist? Is it the allure of the unknown? Or a hunger that comes from deeper places? A hunger not only for wealth, but for hope, when hope itself is scarce. We bury things for many reasons, but what is buried doesn't always stay beneath the soil. Sometimes, the land itself seems to groan, disturbed by the generations of diggers, treasure hunters, and dreamers who hoped to unearth Yamashita's gold. They search in silence, driven by whispers of Japanese secrets and chilling tales of curses. If you listen closely, you'll hear the wind move through the ruins, carrying stories soaked in longing, obsession, and tragedy. Some accounts say you'll never find the gold. Others claim that what you uncover will change your life, but not in the way you expect. Before we begin tonight's story, a word of caution. A darkness permeates this episode, touching on scenes and themes some may find deeply unsettling. Listener discretion is a necessity. I am Paul, and you are listening to Stories Philippines podcast, Season 3, Episode 6, The Hunger of the Gold Diggers. What is it about buried treasure that twists minds and stirs the restless? The Philippines is haunted by the legend of General Tomoyuki Yamashita's gold. The story goes that during the closing days of the war in 1945, Japanese soldiers hid mountains of gold, jewels, and priceless artifacts across the archipelago. Hundreds of spots, some deep underwater, others in caves and tunnels bored into mountains. These were curses waiting to be released. 70 years later, the maps may have faded, but the hunger has not. World War II scarred the land. When the fighting stopped, hope was as threadbare as the houses left standing. People told stories to make sense of ruins. of Japanese soldiers who guarded their loot with blood and ancient rituals, and of gold so cursed it destroyed every life it touched. Gold and grief intertwined. Across the ocean, legends of buried war loot exist too, but nowhere have they burrowed into collective memory quite like in the Philippines. Here, every region has its own haunted mountain or river, its own secret tunnels stretching beneath fields once soaked in battle. In Nueva Vizcaya, there is a waterfall where locals say Japanese prisoners, under strict orders, were forced to haul crates of treasure up into the mountains. A grandfather once claimed to have seen the soldiers, their faces lit by torchlight, performing strange rites before disappearing into the mist. Treasure hunters have tried to follow their footsteps, burning smoke bombs to reveal hidden tunnels. Sometimes the smoke vanishes into the stone, and explorers whisper of unseen passageways leading to riches or traps.
There are nearly 140 sites across the country rumored to hide Yamashita's gold. That does not even count the supposed underwater vaults. Not a single site has yielded the true bulk, only scattered finds, just enough to keep the hunger alive. But what of those who have found their gold? The stories are rarely hopeful. In an online feature, an experienced hunter named Elmo spoke about curses binding the treasure. According to him, Japanese officers performed spiritual procedures, rituals designed to lock the gold away, not just from prying hands, but from anyone not meant to possess it. Those who recovered their own Yamashita treasure without cleansing suffered all manner of misfortune. Some lost their minds, hearing voices not their own. Others saw ghostly figures lurking at the edge of firelight, or woke to cryptic symbols carved into trees around their homes. Marriages shattered and lives spiraled into sudden violence. Elmo's cautionary tales echo tragedies recounted by ordinary people. One poignant listener story found on a social media forum called Book of Bad Ideas is layered in dread. A team of friends dug deep into a remote clearing, ignoring warnings from older villagers. At first, all seemed well. Then strange occurrences began. Water would not boil, food spoiled overnight, and one digger woke to scratches across his arms, like symbols from another language. He laughed it off, but soon fell ill and within a week lost consciousness. His family believed it was not sickness, but a curse, released like foul air from the earth. On a video platform, another comment tells of a group of rebels, insurgents by one account, who uncovered a hidden cache in Isabela. As they left the scene, their minds snapped, and several men began giggling uncontrollably before turning their guns on themselves. Only the quick thinking of their commander, who ordered the treasure returned to the earth, saved some of their lives. To this day, they believe that gold can taint a person's spirit if handled rashly. For treasure hunters, both old and new, it's not only curses that threaten. Greed, suspicion, and violence crackle through every expedition. There are tales of men who spend their life savings chasing maps, only to be betrayed by a companion who wants the bounty for himself. The obsession doesn't always end in fortune. More often, it ends in ruin. The most famous case is Roger Rojas, a man who found what he believed to be Yamashita's Buddha in 1971. He was immediately ensnared in webs of conspiracy, pursued by powerful figures, and eventually imprisoned. Rojas died under mysterious circumstances, and many believe that the curse of the treasure, mixed with human greed, destroyed him. Even Ferdinand Marcos, who some claim recovered stores of Yamashita gold, died in exile and shame, his legacy one of disease and betrayal. Is the treasure real? Survivor stories say yes, but the gold itself seems perpetually out of reach. A former member of a legit treasure hunting group wrote online that he witnessed finds firsthand, that some places remain untouched to this day. Yet fear keeps him silent. The dangers are too great. In Zamboanga del Norte, 2 families are rumored to have unearthed some of the gold, yet their secrets remain carefully guarded. The family members changed almost overnight, but refused to speak to neighbors again. Then there is the story of Serena, from a small town near Cagayan de Oro. As a college student, she joined her uncle's dig, drawn by hopes of sudden wealth to pay for tuition. After weeks of searching, they discovered a sealed box. Inside was a tangled mass of coins and medallions, all marked with odd carvings. Serena claimed she felt a freezing wind sweep through the clearing the moment the box was opened. The next day, her uncle's health collapsed. Strange figures began appearing at their windows, and Serena was plagued by dreams of drowning in rivers of gold. The coins were returned to their hiding place, but her nightmares continued. Not all believe in supernatural curses. Some argue it's simply the pressure, financial, emotional, and social, that causes lives to unravel. The intense secrecy required, the distrust between partners, and the risk of government prosecution for treasure findings all play a role. Still, the legends have gained new momentum as investigators combine modern tools with old maps. Drone footage, environmental research, and professional borehole teams now swarm the mountains, determined to turn myth into reality. Even so, locals warn, not all riches should be unearthed. Sometimes what is found underground is best left alone. The economic crises following World War II left entire islands scraping by. Another reason the myth endured. In lean times, the dream of instant wealth became almost as potent as any curse. The hunger for a sudden solution wakens not only greed, but desperation. People risk imprisonment, violent death, heartbreak, and even insanity for a chance. Just a chance at the legendary gold. And the curse does not always manifest immediately. Some say it lingers for generations, passing from parent to child, haunting family lines with uneasy luck and subtle misfortunes. The true chilling aspect of these hauntings is not just vengeful spirits or cryptic omens, but the reality that hope and despair are so closely tied together in the Filipino psyche. What is passed down are stories, reminders that every shortcut has its cost, that some dinners remain empty, and some wounds never heal. Geographically, the sites stretch from the rugged mountains of Nueva Vizcaya and Benguet to rivers in Leyte and tunnels beneath thriving towns in Mindanao. In every region, folklore guards the hidden places, spirit guardians, earth elementals, ancestral curses. Locals perform cleansing rites before entering certain caves. Prayers are whispered by trembling lips before any digging begins. The land itself is steeped in ritual and respect, a reminder that searching for treasure is never just a physical act, but a dialogue with history and sometimes with the dead. Tonight's listener story comes from Marjorie, who posted in a paranormal community. Her tale centers on a family in Bulacan. After months of fruitless searching, her father defied warnings and took up digging on Good Friday, violating a long-held superstition. The ground, she wrote, seemed to fight back, resisting every swing of the pickaxe. As dusk turned to night, strange animal cries echoed from the nearby ravine, and their lanterns sputtered out. The dig ended without success, but Marjorie claims her father has never slept soundly since. Sometimes, in the blue hours before dawn, he wakes to the sound of clinking metal and the laughter of unseen soldiers. Another story, posted by Ray on Book of Bad Ideas, details a find in a rumored mystical region.
After uncovering a sealed chest beneath tangled roots, Ray's team was hounded by nightmares and inexplicable rashes. One companion ran from his home in the middle of the night, never to return. Ray now believes the gold was not meant for them and warns others to heed the lessons of those who came before. Modern understanding of the mind acknowledges the powerful effect of belief, fear, and trauma on human experience. These elements, combined with years of poverty and cultural longing, can shape destinies. The mind, faced with intense secrecy, financial ruin, and the weight of legend, can conjure its own punishments. Yet in the Philippines, the line between myth and reality is thin, and Yamashita's gold remains as much a haunting as it is a hope. As the story fades into silence, you are left with lingering questions. Is the hunger for gold simply greed? Or is it the hunger to heal, to rewrite tragic history with a single stroke of luck? Why do we keep digging long after the war has ended? Submit your own stories to our email stories.phpodcast@gmail.com. Find show notes and support options in the description. Access exclusive content on Patreon. Follow us on social media for daily folklore facts. Tonight, the ghosts of Yamashita's gold have risen, and the curse may echo in every dream, every desperate plan, every silent hope. Have you ever unearthed something that should have stayed hidden? Will the treasures of our past free us from longing, or bind us to it forever? Beneath the surface of sun-bleached sand and moss-choked ruins, beneath the polite silence of history books and the louder confessions of old men at seaside bars, there are stories that refuse to stay buried. They slip into the ears of the restless and the reckless, whispering of maps drawn in tremulous hands, of barges that never made it back to shore, of pact and betrayal sealed in the dark. When you follow those whispers, you find more than metal and coin. You find names, debts, promises, and ghosts that keep their counsel in the hollows of your skull. Some of those who sought the treasure came with maps and machinery. Others came with only memory and rum. Some left with pockets heavy and hearts heavier still. Some returned to tell the tale. Some returned only to correct it. And some never returned at all. For every chest pried open, there is a story that unseals. Of love and greed, of loyalty and fury, of the human cost behind the glitter. The deeper you dig, the more the past answers back, and the more you must decide whether to listen. Not all of the curse is supernatural. Sometimes the curse is a collective hunger that turns once good people into conspirators, into merchants of hope. Sometimes it is the way history is weaponized, how a single rumor can redraw a coastline of power and pain. The gold becomes a mirror, reflecting our brightest desires and our darkest compromises. And when the moon is high and the tide is low, the reflection can look like salvation, or like doom. So if you crave more than a shiver and a good story, lean in. Remember the faces you've met in tonight's tale. Think of the ledger of favors and the names scratched into wood with trembling pens. Ask yourself whose hands you would trust with a map that could change everything. Ask what you would do if the thing you wanted most were sitting, cold and heavy, in your lap. Would you keep it? Hide it? Destroy it? Or would you pass it on, hoping the next dreamer bears a lighter burden? If you thirst for more, listen to our other episodes, each one a lantern swung down a different alley. Each one a new pair of eyes peering into the same dark. Subscribe so the next story finds you. Follow us so you don't miss those late-night revelations that arrive like unwelcome callers at the edge of sleep. Like and share if tonight's tale moved you, unsettled you, or set your imagination alight. Every click helps us keep the lantern lit. Support the podcast financially if you can. You'll find options in the show notes. One-time donations, memberships with bonus episodes and behind-the-scenes conversations, and a curated list of ways to help that don't cost money but mean the world. Leave a review, tell a friend, or send us a story of your own. Your support keeps investigation alive and gives voice to the untold corners where these stories hide. Thank you for tunneling through the shadows with us, for keeping your curiosity sharp and your skepticism sharper. We'll be back with more untamed histories, more human reckonings, and more nights that leave you looking over your shoulder. Until then, keep your lantern close, your maps folded, and your conscience nearer still. Good night, and stay wary. Some treasures only glitter for a moment before they bind the soul that took them.
Hosting an event or launching a new product, Hustle Studios curates customized playlists that set the perfect mood for any occasion. Make every moment memorable with the right music. Find out more at hustlestudios.net.
The audio landscape is evolving. Stay ahead with Hustle Studios. We keep you updated with the latest trends in audio branding, ensuring your brand remains relevant and engaging. Stay tuned at hustlestudios.com.
Integrate high-quality audio into your existing systems effortlessly. Hustle Studios ensures seamless audio integration across various platforms, enhancing your brand's reach and impact. Discover seamless solutions at hustlestudios.com.